We are live. How's everybody this fine day? My name is Alan Roberts. Welcome. Pleasure to see you. So today I have a little educational video, like a little thought experiment, shall we say. Hang on, I don't like the angle that much. There we go. In a little bit. Everybody, by the way, soon to be available for everybody, cracker shirts. So, because I'm a cracker. Don't use the hard R. Don't call me a cracker. The hard R makes it disrespectful. But and you know, we all know this. The hard R is the disrespectful thing about it, right? So just don't fucking do it. So today we're going to talk about vitamin D. This is a very risky topic because in April of 2020, my business partner, Mark Loveliner, basically had his channel destroyed because he dared talk about vitamin D in its relation to the flu. Because we didn't want anybody to be healthy or anything like that in 2020. The idea was to have everybody get as sick as possible and be as stressed as possible so we could then pretend it was something serious. But I digress. So just so all of you, for those of you that are new here, this is the Substack you can go to. I'm going to have lots and lots more content. I have a second article I'm posting on there today. Just doing a lot of writing lately, so a lot, and I'm very happy about it. But please do go there, check it out. This is the Substack. Go subscribe. I appreciate it. But we are now going to talk straight from the article. So give me 1 second here. There we go. And I prefer this one. There we go. That's perfect. All right. I'm actually going to blow up the wording a little bit. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, wait, hang on. That's why people who live in northern hemispheres during the winter are more likely to catch a cold and flu. Exactly. It's vitamin D. I mean, this is awesome. People don't even realize this, but this is awesome. Hi, Alan. Because of you, I've stopped wearing sunscreen 24/7. I ensure to get outside 20 minutes a day, sunscreen free, to get my vitamin D. My husband too. We still supplement too. That's very, very good, Danielle. Thank you. Do be very leery about the ingredients because it's not just about getting the vitamin D. Many, and I do mean many, sunscreen ingredients are carcinogenic. So, like, just be mindful about that. But let's go along with this. This is vitamin D. The $120 billion lifesaver for America. These statistics are wild. And these statistics, frankly, are based off of scientific data. You can read this article. You can check out all of the links. You can check out all of the sources if you go to the Substack. So this is scientifically founded. Imagine a simple fix that could save 160,000 American lives annually, because that's another thing that we don't even talk about. Right? It's not even about COVID. It's not even about upper respiratory viruses. It's not even about any of that shit. This would save 160,000 American lives a year, and they fucking know it. They're very well aware of how vitamin D deficient most people in the United States are. Shit, the RDA for vitamin D is purposefully low, in my opinion. It is absolutely low enough that it will cause people to be vitamin D deficient. That's the RDA. That's why the government should not be in charge of our health at all whatsoever. They should have no say in it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They are the federal government facilitates big food and big pharma for profit. Admit it to yourself. Look around. Do you think the government sides with big food and big pharma over your safety ever? Do you think they do? Because if they do it one time, they do it a bunch of times and you just don't know about it. Right? We live in a world where we commonly know the USDA food pyramid is bullshit. Like, everybody accepted that a branch of the federal government basically gave guidelines to fatten and sicken America for decades, and we're just like, oh, okay. Stupid. Get there fucking faster. But, so it's 160,000 American lives annually, and it would slash healthcare costs by over $120 billion, all for the cost of $3.4 billion a year. This isn't fantasy. It's a potential. It's the potential of supplying every American with 5,000 IUs of vitamin D daily, distributed in 6-month supplies. As healthcare costs, because for the 6-month supply, by the way, there has to be the shipping, the packaging, everything like that. This is actually worked into the cost. This is a cost analysis, as a person would say. As healthcare costs skyrocket and preventable deaths persist, the evidence-backed solution could revolutionize public health. This article dives into the science, economics, and practicality of a federal vitamin D program, revealing a striking gap between its modest cost and monumental benefits. The hidden crisis of vitamin D deficiency, vitamin D, dubbed the sunshine vitamin, is crucial for strong bones, a robust immune system, and reducing inflammation. Yet millions of Americans lack sufficient levels. A 2020 study found that 41.6% of adults have vitamin D levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, which with rates soaring to 82.1% among non-Hispanic blacks and 69.2% amongst Hispanics. You know, this is a weird thing when our politicians will do anything to describe racial disparity and how minorities are have it harder. This isn't fucking mentioned for some reason. Like, this is their actual fucking health. 82.1% of non-Hispanic black people being vitamin D deficient is a huge risk factor for that demographic. Enormous like risk factor. But again, we're not talking about the health of the people. If we were talking about the health of the people, this would already be a thing. Everybody gets that, right? Like, this would already be a thing. Factors like limited sunlight, obesity, and certain health conditions fuel the widespread deficiency, paving the way for chronic illness that strain the healthcare system. These illnesses like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, osteoporosis carry hefty price tags. Heart disease alone is $216 billion yearly, while cancer care is set at $240 billion. Tackling vitamin D deficiency would lighten this load, offering a proactive way to boost public health. Why 5,000 IUs hits the mark? The Institute of Medicine suggests 600 to 800 IUs of vitamin D daily, but research indicates that this isn't enough for optimal health, particularly for those with deficiencies or minimal sun exposure. A 2003 study showed that 5,000 IUs daily elevates blood vitamin D levels to the ideal 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter range, linked to improved health outcomes. A 2023 analysis further confirmed that doses near 5,000 IUs cut overall mortality by 5%. This dosage suits diverse groups, including those in northern regions or with darker skin, who produce less vitamin D from sunlight. A universal 5,000 IU program could ensure most Americans achieve optimal levels, unlocking widespread health gains. Saving 160,000 lives per year, with 3,090,582 deaths recorded in the U.S. in 2023. A 5% drop in mortality, roughly 160,000 lives, could be achieved through vitamin D supplementation. This stems from its power to prevent chronic disease and infections like the flu and COVID-19. A 2017 study found that vitamin D reduces respiratory infections by up to 20% in deficient individuals, a benefit that could save thousands, especially among at-risk populations. Which is, again, very strange why our public health officials like Fauci never mentioned supplementing vitamin D when we have known for a long, long time that the American population is mostly vitamin D deficient, especially when it comes to our minority populations. And for some reason, the people that have been all about Black Lives Matter for 4 or 5 fucking years seem to not mention this shit. They seem to not bring up the fact that disproportionately, black people and Hispanic people are burdened by vitamin D deficiency, which can lead to them having a harder time for chronic illness diseases and communicable diseases like influenza and COVID-19. I thought COVID-19 was this big bad motherfucker that we were supposed to do everything to protect ourselves against, but I guess everything except for vitamin D, which might actually work and help save people and save money and lives. Because that's what it looks like to me. Like, people wonder why I get so upset about this shit. That's what it looks like to me. They are literally facilitating the poor health of the United States, of the people of the United States. We the people, they're facilitating our poor health. They know what would help, and they're not fucking doing it. This way would not only be cost effective, as it would save dramatically amounts more money than it would actually cost. It would improve the health, livelihood, and quality of life of nearly every fucking American. I mean, it's wild to me. It would save 160,000 lives. It would save $120 billion. And this is not even spoken about. And again, you can either assume I'm a fucking mad scientist genius for coming up with this and being able to show it in numbers, or you can just realize that I am a person with critical thinking skills and the government wants you fat, sick, and dependent upon them. Like, get there fucking faster. You either need to admit that they want you sick, fat, and dependent upon them, or I'm a genius. One or the other. And if you hate me, just admit the government wants you sick, fat, weak, and dependent upon them, because that way you don't have to admit that I'm smarter than you for figuring this shit the fuck out. Fucking crazy people. Cutting healthcare costs by over $120 billion. The financial toll of vitamin D deficiency is staggering. A 2022 grassroots health study estimated that correcting it could save $130 billion annually by lowering chronic disease rates. These savings cover everything from respiratory infections to fractures and end-of-life care, making it a fiscal game changer. The cost is a drop in the bucket, supplying 5,000 IUs of vitamin D daily to 331 million Americans. And that number would actually probably be a lot lower. It would probably be somewhere around 300 million Americans, because we wouldn't be giving the illegal aliens any of this shit. Let them fucking be vitamin D deficient. Maybe they'll fucking go back to a sunnier place. And if you don't like me saying that, you can fuck off. Americans, this would cost $3,444,089,375, about $10.41 per person, or $0.06 per day. So $10 per citizen a year. A year. Your tax money, they could spend $10.50 of it per year, the tax money that you fucking put in. And they can send out this vitamin supplement to everybody and lower the strain on the healthcare system, save tons of fucking money from our shared healthcare burden, and save 160,000 American lives. Wild, right? Based on bulk pricing and modest distribution costs, this pales in comparison to the $120 billion in potential savings, delivering a return of over 34 times the investment. That is what in business we call ROI, return on investment. You invest $3.4 billion to the American people of their own motherfucking money, and you give them something that will save their health, and lo and behold, you save $120 billion of their money, the taxpayers, and 160,000 of their fucking lives. Breakdown of the impact of metrics. Life saved annually around 160,000 based on 5% mortality reduction from 2023's 3,090,582 deaths. Over 120 billion yearly. Respiratory infection savings is 20 billion to 34 billion. Fracture preventions is 3.3 billion from averting 300,000 osteoporosis fractures in a year. End of life care savings is 20.5 billion in reduced costs. Cost of supplementation is only $3.445 billion compared to the $120 billion it would save. And 6.89 billion yearly. Oh, wait, 6.89 billion yearly? It would be 6.89 billion yearly. Still 10.41, per person. Worries about high doses are understandable but misplaced. Studies show that 500 to 50,000 IUs daily is safe up to 30 months with no toxicity. Doses up to 100,000 IU weekly have also proven safe and effective in deficient individuals. The body self-regulates, making 5,000 IUs a secure option for the broad use. A federal plan to change it. It would embed it in healthcare. Add vitamin D to Medicare, Medicaid, and VA benefits, raise awareness, launch campaigns to boost participation. You could use the U.S. postal system and partner it with the pharmacies for home distribution, and you can target schools and workplaces. That is fucking wild to me. How are we not there yet? I've been vitamin D deficient in the past as low as 18. That's very low. That is very, very, very low. Healthy lives are not profitable. That's very true. Very, very true. Let's see. I've been taking 5,000 IUs of vitamin D strictly every night, off antidepressants, in the best shape of my life, positive attitude, and zero medical problems. Love what you do, Alan. Keep fighting. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. So, by the way, folks, the banners that are right next to me, I suggest that you go to this QR code and get Pure Blood, and go to this QR code and get the GLP-1 boosting stack. Take all three of these supplements every single day for 2 months and get back to me. Take every single one of these supplements for 2 months and get back to me. If you have not gained control of your hunger, if you have not seen an improvement in your cardiovascular health, if you are on the brink of needing statins or metformin or something like that, give these a try for 2 months. Like if your doctor's like, hey, if we don't do something soon, you're going to be on metformin. Hey, if we don't do something soon, you're going to be on statins. Give these a try. Shit, when you get this one, you get a copy of my book. You get a digital copy of my book that's on Amazon, Hunger Free and Happy, The Beginner's Guide to Sustained Weight Loss and Craving Control. You get a copy of it, and it outlines how to get a healthy lifestyle, how to build it. It highlights sleep, stress relief, proper movement, hydration, how to mindfully eat your food. It gives 7-day challenges, and it gives a bunch of different tips on how to meet different situations and how to troubleshoot if you're having trouble getting hydrated or stress relief or something like that. It is an amazing book. I'm super fucking proud of it. So you get that for free when you get a month of No Morbidity and Alchemy. If you use the code MFACOO when you're checking out, and you hit hit it as a subscription for it to give you even more percentage off, it's like $68 a month for these two right here. And then you can get this on repeat also, and it's about another $30. So for under $100 a month, you can take this 3 supplements that I literally suggest you take on a daily basis to maintain and improve your physical health and longevity. Between these ones that control appetite and regulate blood sugar and increase insulin sensitivity, as well as lower triglycerides, work on your ratio of HDL to LDL, and work on your blood pressure while making you feel completely satiated and satisfied and having no sugar cravings, you have these, and then you have this with 10,800 FUs of nattokinase plus vitamin K2 Vital, which is the patented form of vitamin K2, and citrus bergamot extract. This helps with your heart health, with you thinning out your blood enough so you don't get clots. It helps break down fibrin from spike protein. So if you've had COVID or you've gotten the jibby jab and the jibby jab has trained your body to make spike protein, which is radically stupid anyway, but that's because that's what it does. It trains your body to make the worst part of the fucking virus. It's so goddamn stupid. But it helps break spike proteins down. So you could use this and these and become a healthier, all-around individual while being satiated and satisfied and working on healthy habits, because you'll have a copy of Hunger Free and Happy. So please do check those out. If you're looking to get them from the QR codes, here you can get them right here, along with some coaching offers. If you have a hard time building a healthy lifestyle and you don't want to learn from a book that I wrote, I actually coach people live every single day, daily communication, weekly video conferences. Our own private app. You have your own private chat with myself and Crystal, my wife. She's my coach. So you have your own private chat with that. Plus you get to use all of the rest of the app. Please do check those out. Now, I'll take Q&A for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to hop on and we are going to talk about Bethany Frankel's body. What is in pure blood? Does it help with high LDL? Yes, it does, because it has natase, which is a patented form of nattokinase, which has been shown to have tremendous, almost pharmaceutical benefits. That's why they wanted to get rid of it. But it outperforms statins because it doesn't have the same side effects. Because statins have horrible side effects. If somebody is already on statins, can they take pure blood? I would not suggest it, to be honest, because pure blood is that effective. I would not suggest it. I would suggest maybe, depending on how bad the side effects are, I would suggest maybe, changing up. But we can talk about that later. Is it better to take vitamin D3 in the morning or at night? Whenever you remember to take it. Whenever you remember to take it. Started borderline carnivore a few days ago. Been taking Alchemy, Nomo, and Ember the whole time, and no carb cravings yet, and minimal hunger, which I usually have at this point on any kind of keto. That's fucking great. That is fucking outstanding. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Gonna order True Blood tonight. I think you mean Pure Blood. When my paycheck drops, along with Alchemy. That's awesome, Nick. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. All right, folks. So here's what I'm going to do. One more time. Here's where you can get the GLP-1 boosting stack, but you can actually follow the QR code here if you need to. If you're watching on your smart TV, because we have an app that we go on Spreely and that plays us live. You can also go to the QR code right over here and get Pure Blood from Clean Form Nutrition, or you can go right down here into the comment section, or you can go into the description box below for this video and get Pure Blood, the GLP-1 boosting stack, or buy any of the coaching packages. Please do check that out. It does sound cooler. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, folks. I am off. I will be back in about 5 minutes. God damn.
The Holy Trinity Bundle isn't just about weight loss. It's about empowering you to find your healthiest, happiest self. Let's talk about what's in the bundle and how it caters specifically to our needs. First, we got Ember, which is not just any fat burner. It's also going to boost your mood, your energy levels, while also suppressing your appetite. And if you're worried about it being too strong, you can split the tablet in half to tailor its impact. Next, we have Alchemy NCT, which turns the carbs that you eat into energy and not fat. Yes, energy, not fat. This is our way of making sure that the meals that you eat contribute positively to your weight loss journey. And girls, we all know that we want that. And finally, no morbidity. This one's my favorite because it works while you sleep. It burns fat and controls those nighttime cravings without any stimulants, so you wake up feeling refreshed. Try it out and feel the genuine difference. Here's to new beginnings and real results.